So I've had this 3-point quick hitch for just about a year, just over a year, and it's been better than not having it, but I wasn't super thrilled. It's the Rural King in-store kind of generic, the cheapest one they sell, and didn't come with pins here for the hook, came with bolts. That quickly was identified as a problem, so I got these pins. Everything works fine. Really only one machine I have an issue, and it's the mower, the drum mower, and it just doesn't fit in there quite right. And I don't know if this new one will fix it, but we're gonna give it a shot. It also comes with rather than just having a hook, it has like a flip down. It's a different piece. I guess it's an adapter, and I think that will work better with the rake and, well, everything I have with the top link pretty much. This hook, I have had so many issues with this hook. Anyway, so this box has been sitting in the rain, off and on rain, for a couple days. So the box don't look so good, but I assure you, it's only been sitting here for a few days. And so it should be fine inside there. We got a traffic jam on our 1-lane road here. People want to stop and chat for a while. All right. Well packaged. A lot of styrofoam. They need to come up with something better than styrofoam. It's perfect packaging material, except, you know, it lasts forever. And it can't be recycled as far as I know. Let me know if it can be. Maybe I'm wrong, but my destructions, it'd be nice if they put this in a bag, so if it got wet it wouldn't, well, it wouldn't. So we're doing the whole, can we separate these and, oh my heavens, and dry it out. Oh, is there 3 pages there stuck together? Whoop. No, I'll probably wreck it. Let's just let it dry as is for now, and we can worry about opening it up further later. Something like this, you'd think we'd be able to figure it out, right? Without the destructions. Let's see. Come on out of there. Should we just destroy the box here? I mean, it's already, I thought that was going to work. The tape and the straps are holding the box together is what's going on. Let me get my steak knife again. I always have the right tool for the job. But yeah, it's kind of like, you know what? Let's get a new one, and this time we'll make it red. You know, you gotta have the colors match, right? Sure. Cammoo, C-A-M-M-O-O. Some kind of Chinese brand, I suppose. What does it say? Was it China? Made in China. Gangji community. Fortune building. Oh, okay, all right. It is so hot and humid. Just kind of gross. All right, well, there she be. The 2-inch hitch receiver, I'm not sure, with it being higher, I don't know yet. We'll see how that works. This one doesn't have it, so I actually had a separate 2-inch hitch receiver, like that you put into it. So this with it built in might, it's one of the reasons I went for it. It might be handy. I have also just recently put on a hydraulic top link, and I used somebody else's YouTube video to help me figure that one out. So you almost feel bad even talking about it on your YouTube, but he started grinding because the top link wouldn't go in where it fits, and so he started grinding on the tractor. And of course, the comment section blew up on him, and he's like, "Oh, don't grind on the tractor." So of course, I didn't make that mistake because I saw him make the mistake. Hopefully, I wouldn't have anyway. But I ground down, yeah, the pieces on that. So I love it, by the way. Quick adjustments for the tilt on the hay rake or on the mower. So you want to have it tilted back just a little bit, but between those two implements, the angle's different. It's hot. So it's nice being able to just on the fly adjust that. So let's see if I remember. I remember it was easy. This is really easy. Getting the old one off. There we go. I'll keep it as a backup, or hopefully as a backup, and not like, well, this was a bad idea, go back to that one. We'll see. New one comes with its own pins, so I guess I can say, what do the kids say, yeet? Sure. Kids say lots of weird things, though. Of course, this was the year of 6-7, wasn't it? And being a school teacher for my main job, oh my heavens, it was rough. And what I did is I embraced it and used it so much that they started getting tired of it. Yeah. If it was like a word problem, I'd make up numbers that the answer would be 67 or 6.7, or I'd have those as the inputs. And then they thought it was 41 was interesting at one point, so I used those two numbers. All right. So we've got our hook in here backwards for storage, for shipping. I'm not trying to scratch the paint, but I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. Okay. Let's get these pins out of the way. Are you at a good angle, distance? Let's a little closer, huh? So try one side at a time, or should I just hit the top link? I don't know. The destructions are a little bit wet. We'll just drop the 3-point all the way down. Make sure we scratch that paint. And great. Is this not my 3-point arms don't go in far enough, so we'll have to, I guess, adjust on the turnbuckles a little bit. Let me get some crescent wrenches going to let those in. I finally got these turnbuckles locked too, darn. Oh well. They had a little bit of play still, so I'll take this opportunity to break them. Ouch. I gotta break that one loose. I guess I could just adjust the one side, not unlock both. So, with that strategy in mind, let's just hook it. One done. That was easy. Whoa. There. Two done. Top link. Does it come with? I don't think so. Maybe. I'll just use the one I had. Whew, I was sweating like, what do they say, a stuck pig? I don't know. I'm not a pig farmer, but I would imagine, I guess they sweat. Sure. Oh. Let's turn this hook around. Actually, I'm expecting to not be using the hook right away because of my issues with the other one. That adapter piece I'll probably use instead, which is stowed right there. 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 She's on the tractor. And, well, by God, let's get it up a little bit so I'm not bending so much now. Alright, now that it's on there, I can tighten that turnbuckle back down. I don't like any slop, like, at all. Let me know if I'm supposed to have some slop in there. It's not like I'm a real farmer. Like Pinocchio, I'm a real boy. Like, no. No, I'm still figuring it out. So, people sometimes are like, you don't know what you're doing. Nope, I don't know what I'm doing. Not yet. Maybe by the time I'm 50, I don't know, I'm 43 now, right? Yeah, I just turned 43 not long ago. And I'm feeling every bit of it sometimes. There, that's tight. And now the only play is actually on here. Just a little bit of slide back and forth on there, which, hey, that gives me a little play, but not in a place where it'll do, like, damage or anything. So I kind of like that. Maybe. We'll see how it works out. You know, if you're mowing along, you hit something that pulls on it, it gives a little. Maybe. Is that good? I don't know. Okay. On to our adapter here, which I think will work better than the hook. Although this hook might be better than that hook. I don't know. We're going to learn all about it. And then after a while, you can come back and ask me in the comments, hey, how are you still liking it? I love when people do that, by the way. Because you do an unboxing / reviews. Like, I just started. Come back in a few months. Come back at the end of the hay season and say, hey, how did that new quick connect go? Where's the end of it? I lost it. There we go. Okay. And, oh, is that for, that might not be what I think it's, might not be what I think it is. I don't know. That might not be what I think it is. That might go, like, to extend it. How would that help me? I don't know how that would help me. Well, it's got a bushing to take up slack if you need on the pin. What I was thinking was you'd use this instead of the hook. Right? Like you put this on here, but these holes are way bigger than these holes. So, oh, you use it with the top link, the same hole. Okay, see, we're figuring things out. Figuring it out. Maybe. Trying. So we go through this and the top link. Will that not work? Not with my top link pin. Maybe with theirs. Is theirs a little longer? Barely. Barely. Let's see. Let's try it. Yeah. Yep, you betcha. Their top pin. There. Okay. So you put it up there. And then what, I guess you use this. What's this for then? Oh, this is probably for the hook with the bushing. Well, guys, I'm not sure how this would work. I'm trying to think like how this would work with the mower. Where do you put this? Well, you can't put it in there. I guess we'll just have to bring it over there and find out. What do you think? Those seem a little less clunky than the other one. Oh, and the width. I was really interested in the width. I'm really hoping it's a little wider, but it's not. But you know what? These hooks are a little bit narrower, which you might think that's bad. It's not as durable, but in my case, it might slip into the implement better. So I'm going to be optimistic. Well, what do you think? Should we head over and see if we can hook it to the mower, how that would work? This versus a hook, I don't know. I guess we can bring these with, and it looks like maybe this was supposed to be a cotter pin, or one of the flip down pins instead, and then this would be for the hook if we went that route. I just stow these in here for now. We'll bring it with in case we end up deciding, yeah, let's just do the hook. But I saw this and I thought maybe it'd be better than the hook. Let's get going over there. It is god awful hot. I ain't gonna be able to close the toolbox. We'll just try not to hop around too much. And then this pin, what'd this go to? Oh, the old top link. All right, we'll leave that there. Let's head over to the mower. That's the one I'm most concerned with. So. All right, let's see how many tries it takes me to back up straight enough to get on this thing. Now we are on hills. It's always a challenge for me. And notice I have an old beat up axe. I would use this to literally beat this to get these off. Getting them on, I don't want to hit this, but the quick connects, you know, the first one was what, 110 bucks? Not like it's no money, but a lot less than that piece of machinery. So, okay, yeah, see, this is going to go right in there. Okay, all right, I'm thinking this is going to work great. Let's hook. Let me get my PTO out of the way. Just try it. And I think that pin is actually bent. So this will be interesting. I'm not straight. Of course, I won't be straight on both of them because that one's bent, but try to split the difference. I didn't move much, did I? Alright, I've got it hooked kind of. Let me see where I am. If we're going to rain, there's clear skies above me, but we got storm over there, and we might be getting some spits blown over. Oh, you kidding me. What I was saying earlier about it working better because the hooks are narrower, totally true. However, the old hooks were opened up more, and I had gotten bushings for that also kicked out further. This won't work. Let me show you what I mean. Dang it. Yeah. Whoa. So, plenty of room here. Plenty of room, but because I have these bigger bushings, that hook groove or whatever you call it ain't made for that. So I've got to figure out, I got these for two reasons: to fill the hook on the other one and to pull this out further. So now I'm going to have to see if I can find longer pins, and I had done that before with little luck, so I'll have to look again, see if I can find some longer pins there, because I need this original size now, but I need it way longer. I mean, we're talking, you can see the end of it's right in the middle of there. I need that pin to stick out another inch or two. Well, daggone, wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? Yep. That's not going to go in there. And it won't go down enough for this to come up and lock it. So I need the original size pin on that now. Or I'll go back to the other quick connect. But I really like this. Here's a thought. I could just take this, which I think you can buy separately. This is what I should have done originally. But I think I could just take this and use it on the other one if I wanted to. I don't. I like this new red one. I think it's nice looking. It looks like it'll do a good job. Probably better than the other with these adapters. Get rid of those, put longer pins on. I won't need any more adapter garbage. And then I'm looking at here, and you know, you've got this 2-inch receiver here. That I think is going to come in a lot, very handy for towing around a little trailer with the tractor. Oh man, it's hot, guys. I think I'm going to leave it right there. I will turn the wheels just in case my brakes fail. I don't roll way down there somewhere. And And that's it. I'm going to show you. Do you see my forehead? It is hot. Just sweating like crazy. There's a possible storm heading this way. We could use more rain. We got a lot the past couple days. We could still use another spritz. See y'all later. Okay, well, full disclosure, it's a couple of days later. It was oppressively hot, extreme heat warnings, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do inside jobs. So that's what I did. I kind of was lazy and did things like laundry and dishes, and got some furniture in I'm going to be assembling, and because it's still hot, but at least I can get out here without immediately sweating the moment you step out the door. You know what I'm talking about when it's like that. So we're replacing the pins. I found at our local Tractor Supply a little longer pin. Once I get this off, I'll compare. I'll show you what this one looks like. Now I'm going to have to, oh no, I won't either. I was going to say I'll have to take this adapter off, but no, the whole point is we're getting rid of it. Can this not turn? Great. So I want to take this off, and the nut is just spinning. I've got a vice grip with me. Never fear, the vice grip is here, and maybe it will do what I need it to do. If I can find a spot to attach it on that big bushing, that might work. Too loose. Too tight. Just right. How about now? Yeah. Mackerel. It's like I had it on there tight or something. Of course, that's a good thing. And I do give this thing a beating. Sometimes out in the fields, you don't know an old tree stump is there, or it just binds up on the ground because we're not exactly flat around here. So this bracket that the pin's mounted on is actually bent in a little bit. So let's see how it does with the new pin, you know. Oh goodness, thought I had it loose enough. There. By the way, happy 4th. It is the 4th of July today. Oh, don't lose the washer. I might need that. So here's the old one, and where my pointer finger is there to here is all the usable pin you have. So you're talking about what, 3 inches versus like double basically the pin. I need more exposed pin to get this very, very small implements pins out to the clasps. Is that what the word we're going to use? What is the word for those? The little catches for the pin. So I talk too much in most of my videos. Let's just get to it. Does that look good? And do I want a lock nut or lock washer on both sides? That'd be overkill. We like overkill. So let's do that. Now those are going to compress a little bit, and I want as much pin exposed as possible. But it's a general rule of thumb that I read somewhere or saw somewhere or was told by somebody: when you're threading your nuts on, you want 1 or 2 threads out the other side to make sure you've, got enough grip. Now, I guess if it were to back off a smidge, you'd have a little bit of almost like a grace period, but for bolt threads, sure. So I'm going to basically make it level, and then when I tighten it, the lock washer will tighten down and I'll have that amount. Can you see? I thought I set you up pretty well. Maybe not. Just a couple inches makes all the difference. Let me zoom you in too. Might be a little better. So I've got that where it's just maybe one thread showing. So when I tighten it down, we'll be right where we want to be. And then we've got a lot more pin versus the original. One and a half showing, and good solid 2, and then I'll finish tightening from this side. And this will pinch both of those lock washers down. Done. We're going to do the same thing to the other side, and then we'll take a look. All right, both pins, and I tell you, looking at it already with it sitting right there, it looks like they're going to be long enough, so I'm maybe a little premature in my celebration, so let's just verify. I was also looking, the way I set this top link up, I have this pulled in all the way, and the implement's tilted back, so you can see there's 2 spots you can put the top link. I'll probably put it back on this one at a minimum. We're figuring it out, folks. We're figuring it out. I saw one image on a different website where it showed the hook being used with this, so I don't know. Let's get on it, make sure I'm good to go. Back up a smidge here and lift. It should just drop right in there, maybe with some persuasion. They both just locked in, and I can tell you already there's a lot less play on this than the other one. And look, I've got maybe, well, we'll see how much play side to side this has. Those bushings had an and piece. I probably need to throw a pin in there so it doesn't pull all the way through, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to move this back to give me any kind of adjustment. So let's see if I can do that right now while I'm thinking of it. And I got tons of pressure on this. Just the right amount of lift to take that pressure off. I got most of it off. Alright. So we're gonna move this forward, and I guess I can use my hydraulic top link to push that back. Just a little bit. Maybe. What just fell? I just heard something fall. Don't you hate that when you hear something falling? You're like, what was that? Huh. Not sure. So pushing that back just pushed it further in here. It didn't push the whole thing to move this forward. I'm not sure how I'm going to accomplish that. Oh, because I'm still in here. Duh. Alright, get that top link out of the way. Now it can it can actually go back. All right. Now if I push back, it should do it. Or not. Hey, come back here. All the way under the tire, yeah. Yeah, I'll need a little more than that on there. It's probably too much. Perfect. I can already see right here it's hitting. But we are down all the way. I don't know how this is going to work. This needs to go back. Because it's binding here. Dang on. Do I need to take this off to make it easier? Probably. How about now? Alright. I need like 4 hands sometimes. Get the foot involved there. Alright, so that one's back through. Did I really accomplish anything though? Let's see if we can go the rest of the way here. So I gotta get this back in there. See, that pulled this all the way up. It's gonna have even less flexibility. But that might be okay. So now when we push out, this will come down maybe and get to it. I don't know. Kinda, almost. This would work, but then I'd have flop. See this slot? Lets it go back and forth. I don't know if I like having that much slop. Oh, but it's there. Maybe you're supposed to use it to give you some slop. Throw it in the comments. That seems like it's going to beat that pin up. I'd rather it be secure. You know? Let the tires take the slop. And then this would have to come up. Chop the whole thing, maybe move forward so it rolls. Don't think that did anything for me. Did it? No, see, because this can't go down. Because it hits there. And now, this is actually on top of here. I don't know. I don't way back here with the hole. I don't know. For right now, I'm going to put it in right here and see how it rolls with that slop. It's going to be able to flop around. I don't know what purpose that serves. Let me know. Let's pick it up. Alright, let's get the PTO hooked up. I've got a small field that needs mowed. And it's real late in the season for first cutting. It's way late. But we'll get it cleaned up. Sell it to goat. These folks that have some goats as pets or something. Alright, PTO. I guess I could just leave the shaft hooked here. I don't like scratching the paint if I can help it though. Alright, where to? Never a good spot. Put it on this so it'll make the whole thing detach. Actually, that should do fine. Oh, but then this came loose. Alright. There. Good enough. Every tractor should have a toolbox, even if it's just a small one. And my landing gear here. Which I usually have to get an old piece of wood or something to help anyway on these hills. We're already in mow mode. And we're up all the way. Let's see the tilt function here. How much adjustment I have. If I'm mowing, I'd be down right here. That's actually pretty good. That's as far forward as it tilts. I wouldn't want to be tilted more this way because you need to dig in. So that serves me fine. It'll just be interesting to see how much this flops around as we're going. That'd be right about there as I'm mowing. Gotta be rolling along. More like that. Slight tilt up on the front of that mower. I like that. Let's go mow a field, huh? Pick this up. Tilt it back forward. It'll travel better. I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Well, there's the problem, I guess, that we will have is it doesn't pick it up as far this way. So running down with the road with it, that's 3 points all the way up. And that's as far forward as I can tilt it. So I'll be dragging it, well, probably not much. Alright, let's go do this. How am I on fuel? Woo! A little low on fuel. Probably got 4 gallons, so that's plenty to mow. He says it's a small field. I mean, just a few acres. We better put some fuel in it. Do I have some up at the barn, though? That's the question. Or am I going to have to go looking for fuel? Guess I could show you fuel in it. The old RK. By the way, that's level right there. Our hill. Drinking all that diesel, just setting up. Do I have a jug of diesel over here? I usually keep one in the barn and one in the garage. Nope. You know what? It's just a long enough drive over there that if I run across somebody, we got like 1 to 1.5 lane road. Let's go ahead and put this in transport mode too, and then I can take it down the driveway, and we got the diesel can over there. So, show you how this works. I probably showed on another video how to do this. And of course it works if you position the tractor. That gravity helps you push it out of the way. You know what I mean? Because right now, gravity's wanting to pull it this way. I need to push it behind the mower. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see. I hear somebody on a tractor in a hayfield not far from us. He might have just gotten done raking. He's coming over here. Let's see. That might be my neighbor down the road. Sure is. He's got the baler with him. With an itty bitty, almost as small as my round bale there on the front. So he just finished up, maybe question mark baling. It's kind of early. It's only, well, you got the clock with you. I don't wear a watch usually. All right, so we just disconnect right there. We will have to disconnect this PTO shaft that I usually forget that I have to do. So we're actually going to push it further forward. So gravity helps us there. And then there's a collar. You grab the collar and pull back right here. I don't know if you can see. I'm blocking, I'm sure. To disconnect that. And I thought, yep, pulls right off. Get up out of there. And take this shaft. And it's funny. This is just the right size. Junk in there. It fits right in the cup holder, which I don't usually use anyway. Fits right in there and rides just fine down the road to hold your PTO shaft. And there's the rake coming behind them. I would say they must be done. Or maybe they'll come back later. Anyway, so now that this is off, set that, just let that dangle. You swing this back, don't lose my pins, uphill. Now it's on the ground, which is actually really good right now, so that so I'm not having to hold it. I'm worried though, because I can't tilt it up anymore. It's still going to be on the ground. If I'm going over land like this, I'm going to be hitting. That's the downfall already. I can see to using this. And yet the positive to using this is I'm not binding and hitting the hook bolts or pins. I don't know. Also, I was thinking about, you remember I was thinking about this, and it's really wanting to swing. I need to put a pin in there. See that right here? It's barely hanging on. I need pins for there. I think I've got some in the garage. So anyway, hopefully I don't lose that. We just pull this over. So it's straight behind the tractor-ish. Line this up a little more. If I can get it. Too much. Push it back. Click it. Whoop. And now we're in transport mode. But not a good transport mode because this is too far down in the back. So we'll see how it goes over to the garage, where I'll try to see if I can find some pins to keep that from sliding right out. Yep. But I like this. Little clasps hooked in pretty good. All right, let's go get some fuel and see about pins.
Well, I made it just a little short way on the road and through the field. That end's a little heavier, so that drum on the bottom just kind of dances on top of whatever surface you're driving on. Otherwise, it's fine. You know, when you end up saying it's fine, it's like, oh, it's not perfect, but it's fine. Perfect. I just shot this pin out so I can throw a pin and pin. Makes me feel a little better. I've got a littler one on this side, but hopefully that'll do the trick to hold it inside there. Probably look into getting some more big washers to put in front of that. Yep. I don't know if I have washers that big. I mean, you end up stealing off other equipment, you know what I mean? I was just in here. Can't remember if I had some. I got big old bushings. But I don't have enough play for that. Yeah, no. There's actually perfect size pins that we found here. I think those were called 6 1/4 draw pins. Cat 1. So there, that's at least temporarily solved. I will want to put some big washers on those, and the larger flip over whatever pin. This side's got a smaller one, but it should handle it just fine for today. A small job. Well, like I was saying, we just need to get some fuel in this thing, and I'll check the oil. I didn't check it this morning, but this thing is so new still, it doesn't burn any. But I always check it just to make sure you can get a leak or something. I noticed in the barn my baler has a flat tire, so that's fun. I'll have to see if it must have gotten punctured. You know, out in these fields, sometimes you run across the, junk. Of course, is always a possibility. But then, heck, even the natural stuff, right? You've got these, what are they, locusts or whatever they are, that have the big old thorns that are like 1 inch to 2 inches long. Awfully sharp. They'd go through one of these if it was just right. Certainly go through a lawnmower tire. Maybe not these. But that baler tire is lighter duty. So this only had a couple gallons in it, maybe 3. You get a full 5-gallon jug. I usually actually get up on the tractor and kneel on the seat and hold it that way. Tempted to get one of those, like for the pickup, one of those fuel tanks, like fuel tank toolbox combo or something, but I can't justify that expense for my tiny little operation. Sure would beat these stupid government, I need to get one of those conversion kits. Makes it like the old school ones with an actual air breather in the back. What was wrong with that? Oop, cat just flipped out in front of the nozzle there. Get out there. I do like this. It has, oh, it's not this one. One of them has a little spot you put the cap. I guess this one yeah, put it back there. About empty anyway. Alright, that'll fill me up just over half tank, which is a tank of gas. Most tractors, they try to give it a fuel tank size that you can run 7 or 8 hours without having to refuel. And this will probably do 6 or 7 as an accident hours before needing to refuel. But that's pushing. I usually try not to let it get, too low. You don't want to starve one of these diesels and you got to reprime. All right, let's go. I'll get some water and maybe bring some with me. I don't know exactly how big this field is, and I'll be wanting to take my time because it's a new field for me, and the hay is probably up to here. That Johnson grass is probably up to here. We'll see. mic broke, so we're gonna have to shout or just watch. Back to mow mode. How did I do that? That was easy, right? Now we're in mow mode. Zoom you in. You can watch me take off, and then that'll be it until we get back for the rest of the real show, which is how well this quick connect works. So we're gonna disconnect later and then hook to the hay rake. Sorry, it's gonna be a while. Probably a few hour job.
Well, by golly, this tractor here started. Where is it? Where are you at? Started honking at me. The radiator screen gets clogged with dust, and then it overheats, and I don't notice until it starts honking. So I did strip all the way back. There's a ridge back there pretty wide at one point, and then down by the power line along that for a little bit. And all I've got left is a little strip here. We're going to get it finished up and then head home. It's been 4.5, 5 hours of mowing here. Should be cooled down enough. Seat belt gets steep at places. There's a little bit of milkweed out here, but not too much. It is July 4th, remember, and this is the first time it's been cut this year. First cutting. Nobody was planning on cutting it, and they asked me if I wanted to. I said, sure. Woo. Now we do have a chance of rain, but this time of year there's always a chance of rain here and there. They always say, oh, a slight chance of a stray shower or thunderstorm. So I'm betting we won't get anything. If we do, I'll just have to dry out. I can't control the weather. Imagine that. 2 more passes. All right, 2.5. Okay, that's it. Did I show you the field at all? Am I that bad? There's road up there on the right. It goes up and around. I'm gonna leave it in mow mode. Nobody on the road right now. I'll be all right. I can get off if I need to. I'm tired. I'm gonna go home. Okay, back home. Let's see if dropping this off is easy with the quick connect the way it should be. I'll put it right back where we got it, and I'll check, make sure you're still lined up. Well, I'm in high range. Let me switch to low range, and 4-wheel drive on to back up the hill. All right, parking brake on, turn the wheels in case that fails. And oh, I need to check you. Yeah, make sure you're still pointing where I want you to point. That was best guess. Oh yeah, that'll be good. In fact, let me zoom you. Yeah, zoom you way in here, and we'll see how well it works. I need to do something. Oh yeah, need to drop my landing gear here. Of course, you're not gonna be able to see that super well. Little pin here, pull, flip. This stows up like this. You flip it around, pull it down. I don't know. It's not the greatest landing gear in the world, but it's what I've got. And then I usually have to do something with a log or something to get, because we're on a hill, you know. So I got my Logomatic 3000 for landing gear extension, landing gear mod, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'll leave PTO attached, because when I detach it and then try to pull away, the thing digs sometimes. I hate digging dirt out of the PTO. So just flip these up and see if I can lower it and have it come right out. Only other thing here is my top pin. I'll need to get out of the way too. That totally stayed put the whole time I was mowing. No, it didn't. All right. Yeah, I guess that's another bad thing here. Without the hook, with this, it kind of, the whole quick becomes less quick. But it is what it is. This won't work at all with that top link there, but I got to take the pressure off a little bit, I think, to be able to pull that out. Oh, the slot forward and back. Like, these are things that I feel like I knew, and then I guess I forgot when I was making the video. the mower kind of rolls over the terrain. So that allows it to kind of follow at a goodish angle. Yeah. All right, so I got that out. And those are up. Let's drop it with me off the tractor. Just to see how that works here. Sometimes I have to let the brake off so it can roll forward. Otherwise the pins stick. Yeah, the pins are sticking. So, oh, I said that, and now that one just dropped out. It's like, no, I'm good, I got this. And this pin is bent for sure. I need to get something on there, and it's not the pin that's bent, it's the bar that sticks out, the frame that the pin goes through is actually bent. So I'll have to maybe get a little heat on that and see if I can bend it back. Now this side is probably stuck from pressure. Yeah. Boy, that was easy. Alright, now I'm good to unhook the PTO. Now this is off. And it would never want to roll forward on me, I'm sure. I've got my landing gear 3000 Logomatic, whatever. While you're sitting there, I think you can see over here, I've got my rake just totally toppled over because we're on a hill. You know, they're hard to hook if you're this way on the hill, but then they'll topple over if they're this way on the hill. So I need to right this ship. I'm so glad this stuff's small, so I can just manhandle it. It's light enough that, whoop. I mean, we're on a hill. I mean what I say. Let's try it this way. Yeah, two birds, one stone. I'll get it turned as well. Yes. All right. All right. As this will be hooking next. And I want to look at these pins. These pins might be long enough, but I'd still have to take the bushings out. Remember the bushings? That's disconnected. Let me, well, let's see how long this will take. There's the property. If you're new to the channel, this is mine, but a lot of times I'll be doing stuff at the sisters or one of my customers now that I'm doing custom baling. Whew. And always adjusting these legs on the hills. You're still crooked. And there you're straight. Alright. So these bushings slip over the pins here so that you could use a Cat 2, I guess. So now I'm really kind of afraid because these are welded in. These aren't like the mower. Shucks. I hope they're long enough. They're at least out to here. You want to do one of these things like, oh, we got to measure it. Like, that's silly. I'm hopeful, but I'm going to have to bust those pins out. Is this enough for this video? It's supposed to be just about the quick connect. We're still using, I guess we are still on it. Let me go get a hammer and a punch and knock those out and hook the tractor. I'll be back. Just give me a minute. All right. Hopefully you're zoomed in enough there, and hopefully I have the right punch. Shockingly, my punch kit is missing too. I'm so surprised. So we're gonna go with a 5/16. I think that looks the closest. And there's a little metal sleeve that kind of expands to fill and hold the space. I'm just gonna try to punch that out to get rid of this bushing. And then hope that kind of does it. I think I can go bigger. Can I go 3/8? Well, that, oh yeah. Can't get much of a swing on it though. Maybe how did I do that? I don't even know. I must have done like little dinks, you know.
Can't get much on it. It's going about halfway through. See it coming out this other side here? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, is that it? It needs another dink. I'd actually like if that sleeve stayed with it. Haha! There. Keep the sleeve with it. Well, there's one, and it looks like I backed the tractor up so I can get a look. It looks like it'll be fine, and I can throw pins in those, same as the mower, which makes me feel really good about our prospects. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might not be doing all that much monkey business with our quick attach anymore. I gotta tell you, you saw how easy that was. Maybe you thought that one didn't look easy, unhooking the mower, but with the hook instead of this adapter thing, I'd have to jump on it and beat it with that maul, and just, it wasn't no fun. I think I might be stinking. It might be me. I don't see anybody else there. Although we do have the compost pile right behind me. No, that's not what I'm smelling, though. All right, folks. There. Let's lift and see if it just clicks right into place. Not with a hook, though. So this rake's so light, though. That was never the issue. It looks like we'll have to go down some, even for the rake, though. We're gonna see. I need more tilt sometimes on this than the mower. Let's just hold our horses here before we celebrate too much. Now the baler I know will work fine, but yeah, how's this guy gonna work? I guess pull forward, maybe bring this up and slip it right in there. Of course, that top pin's in there. Let me get that top pin out of there. Make sure you're... Yeah, I'm too zoomed. Zoop. So, we're watching down here. See if I can get that line and the pins in place. Trying to stay out of my own camera shot. You actually want these down, so when it gets in, you click in. Pull this out. And it's kind of silly. I can just lift it and put it on there, but I'm going to try to do it for the tractor seat. You know, because I'll be old and decrepit at some point. Maybe you are already. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I think that fell right in, didn't it? Did I hear it? Yes. Fell in and clamped. Fell in and clamped. And I don't need pins to hold those because it's all the way this way and I still have pin left over. So it can't slide out. Beautiful. Red on red. That one's gray. I don't know what the heck the deal is with the gray. But, yeah, it's sharp. And then that's already lined up for me. Goodness. Okay, last thing again, I do need to verify that I can tilt this enough for my liking. So let's back you up a little. I have to shut the camera off every time I want to zoom back beyond or smaller than 1 times zoom. All right, let's try this. Lift. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm watching tines. They're in the grass, of course, but hard for you to see. But you want them to touch at about the same time. That's perfect right there. Now we're on hills and stuff, so sometimes I have to adjust. And I can tilt this back, or I can tilt it forward. And by golly, I think it's perfect. That's perfect. pad and tilt back a little bit. That's good. To make them touch at the same time when I'm raking. Yep. Yeah, that's it. I'm ready for them. Not tomorrow. Goodness gracious. I ain't raking tomorrow. Oh, that'd be record dry down time. No, I'll be raking here, I guess, in 2 or 3 days. I'll be raking. So, good. I'll put this over with the mower and head in and see what's chow. Y'all, hope you enjoyed looking at this brand new fancy China-made quick connect. I'm actually got a really good first impression. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, put this over here with the mower, and then so I don't hop on and drive away forgetting I still had the kickstand down on the rake here. That'd be bad. Come on. Where are you? There. Ready to hook for tomorrow. I'll just need to grease those wheel bearings for those wheels. Well, what do you think? Does anybody have one of these already and like it, not like it? I would say first impression definitely better than the RK model that I bought for my equipment. But you know, it's often that way when you have a universal or multi-fit, because that one was designed to work with either a Cat 1 with the bushings or a Cat 2. So I was already having to do mods for the bushings. This is set up for a Cat 1. This little bitty tractor, I'll never use a Cat 2. Probably anything. Probably won't even move anything that big. So, yeah. All right, bring this stuff to the garage, turn you off, and get chow in a shower. Definitely a shower.